The NFL on EA Sports as we get a rematch of the helmet catch game. Super Bowl 42. It's the New England Patriots and the New York Giants on Sunday night primetime.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up fourth down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, call and play action in that situation, that's certainly one choice. I mean, I don't know if it's the conventional choice. That is a passing situation all day. Nobody's biting on play fakes, even a little bit.
Fourth down, here comes the lefty punter, Jamie Gillen. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Third and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have enough there for the first down. Take it up to the 43-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's May. Open man there, it is Bourne. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down. They'll stay on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll stick with him again. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Right back to him on first down. Strong running there. Pushing his way forward to gain a couple. On 2nd down, it's May. Open man, Demario Douglas. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and a yard, here's May. That's caught by Bourne. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw again is May. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, they're...
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Hendrick Bourne. Touchdown, Patriots.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? and let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Now the try for an extra point. He gets it to go, and the Patriots will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Eric Gray to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
He'll work forward for a couple. Robert Spillane spills him there. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. In motion, it's Robinson. They run on the jet sweep, and this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Drake May making their way back out. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Throwing is May. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. I'll give on the ground. That'll bring this to about the 25. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. Third and 9. To throw is May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Here's Smith-Marset, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Giants offense ready to take over once again. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This one from 47 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants are back within 1. It's 7-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. This one complete to Bourne. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Off the play fake, here's May. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. May to throw on 2nd down. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Has completed to Douglas. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
Here's May again. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's May. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
The Patriots will turn it over to their field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. That one is good. And the Pats extend their lead to 10-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And he is on the chalk, stepping out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 3 on the play. Third and 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Slayton. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. They'll look to throw yet again. Pass pulled in by Tracy. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find. And It brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now, May. Now he'll run. And May will not risk it. Into the slide. And he's got the first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. He'll try to get this one on the ground. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
May now on 1st and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's May. He's going to tuck it and go. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st and 10, here's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. May gonna look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot. Then there's a medium zone option. And then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And the Patriots are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
A tackling plan for the defense, Mike, is critical when you're facing a back like this. You know that one guy is not going to be enough to bring him down. You have to get as many hats to the ball as you can, slow him up just enough to buy time, and in this case, they get him down for a loss.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. A try here for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Pats are able to extend the lead. It's now 17-6. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Gray gonna return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Taking off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Look wide, get this one complete, and he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
What an impressive play by this linebacker. I mean, Mike, back in the day, you would never see a linebacker take down a wide receiver in the open field like that, but these guys are tremendous athletes who can really hold their own in space, and he killed that play before it even had a chance to develop.
And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Here comes a return. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On play action, here's May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant, and this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Man in motion, it's Diggs. On 2nd down, it's May.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's May. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Throwing on 2nd down, May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
May to throw on 2nd down. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. A run on 1st and goal. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
To throw now, May. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. They'll run. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. That his second touchdown tonight. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Point after, coming up here. The kick is good. And the Patriots will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with... Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now a screen set up for Tracy. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
He'll try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Great job here by the quarterback on third and short, knowing that if nothing's there downfield, he can pick this up with his legs. And not only is he able to pick up the first down, he gets a whole lot more than that.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Open man, that's Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These wide outside the number throws, this is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
He's going to keep it himself. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here's a 2nd and 9. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And he'll take it on in. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New York.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns. and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Giants are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The visitors' offense. And their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll stick with him again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. On 2nd down, they'll run. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Now give on the ground. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll run it and give it to the big guy. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down. So it's a road win here for the Patriots. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from New Jersey.